Man, it's exciting. You want to go out and play it. It's feel like it's taking forever to get to game day, but just trying to stay as calm and collected as I can. Just treating it like another game, but obviously it's a big game, and I'm excited for it, so I can't wait.
What do you remember from that bowl game?
Man, I just remember Rajay running down the sideline. That's like the only thing I got from that. But I mean, moving on to the next game, and excited for this one. So yeah.
He won't be here. I don't know if you know that. He won't be
Yeah.
here this time. But what are those guys? What confidence do you have in those guys? Loaded.
Yeah, we
What
had
confidence
two.
do you have?
Yeah, two guys that came back last year had experience, Marlon Gunn and Lon Montgomery. Those guys really stepped up, taking a leadership role, and also just growing in their game as well. And then helping those transfers that came in. We got Parker Jenkins coming in, and a couple other guys, and the younger guys stepping up too. So just that room in general, I feel like it's really take a step, and we have a lot of guys that can go out and play. So I'm excited to see how that room plays.
Played obviously some big venues before. How do you, I don't know, use your emotion but don't let it use you going into a game like this?
Yeah, if you use it in a positive way, it can really help you. If it can get you juice and get you fired up and use that energy to go out and play. But in my position, I feel like I have to stay neutral. Try not to get too high, not trying to get too low, and that's kind of the mentality I have whenever I approach a game, whether it's big or small.
Dealing with the crowd noise. I mean, you guys feel comfortable with that? I know y'all been piping it in practice sometimes.
Yeah, I mean we've been practicing it. We've had like earmuffs and kind of like the helmets too, kind of like block out some noise with the mics and stuff like that. So I feel like we're really prepared for that.
How tough is it to prepare for a new defensive coordinator?
I mean, yeah, it is tough. Just going to the first game, he's going to have some wrinkles that we're not ready for. We can kind of look back to see the last time he called a defense and kind of get an idea of what his scheme is. Obviously, the same personnel, couple of the same guys personnel wise coming back. So we're taking our best guess going out there, and I feel like we have a good plan set up.
Going in, do you kind of know we just kind of play our game to start with? Because like, you can't overthink it, right?
Yeah, definitely. You just got to go out and play your offense, and then whatever they decide to do, you just got to make decisions off of it. So just go out and execute, and the rest will take care of itself.
How hard is it when you have two quarterbacks like you guys who everybody's talking about this game? How is it not to cross the field?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player, and I'm not going to take anything away from that. And obviously, it's good competition. But I mean, he's not there playing defense against me. I'm not out there playing defense against him. So we kind of keep that separate. But I mean, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it.
You mentioned the game can't get here fast enough. Obviously, it's nice to have 2 weeks to prep for an opponent, but how do you guys kind of balance, getting to your, I guess, height of intensity and mental excitedness on day 12? I guess it'll be post camp. The game happens and not peak too early, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to settle in and just focus on the details. If you look too much in the game and we have a game on Thursday, and really just focusing on practice and taking it play by play and day by day, I feel like that kind of just helps you focus on what I have to do in that moment, and then eventually it's going to be game time. And all the preparation we did before from spring and summer and fall camp, it all come together for that one game. So that's kind of how we approach it.
A lot has happened for you in the last year. How do you feel like you've grown as a player?
I just feel like I'm more confident. I'm not looking over my shoulder in a quarterback competition. Um, I feel like I'm established in this offense and have a lot of returning guys as far as like coaching staff and players and stuff like that. So I just feel like really, really calm and collected, and I feel like I'm really poised right now, just to be able to go out and execute and do my job.
You guys got out to a fast start last time. How important is that this time around? You guys saying about fast starts?
It is huge. Our whole motto on offense is start fast. So that's our plan, and we're going to go out and try to score that first drive.
And last time around, you got to use your legs a lot. Has Coach Baker said anything to you about maybe not trying to get out of the pocket too much?
I'm gonna keep that under wraps right now. We'll see when it comes Thursday.
Explosive plays. More explosive plays. I mean, coach has been talking about that. Talking about that. That was a big part last game too. What you guys doing to try to control you?
I mean, they'll come when they come. It's just trying to execute and do every single play, and then we have to go. We have the players to go out and go make explosive plays. So I'm not worried about that.
About the season opener, almost here. Y'all putting a lot of work. So
Yeah.
excited y'all to get out there.
I'm super, super excited to get out there. I feel like the team is doing a great job this off season, just focusing on the details and building off of last year. So I think we're all ready to go out there and just get it in the first game. So
What do you remember about that bowl game from last year?
the win for sure. That's the biggest thing that stuck with me is just the win. How we all came together as a team. When that last play was super big. So the win is really what stuck with me for sure.
Coach talked about explosive plays and how that might impact things.
Yeah. Mhm.
How do you think?
I feel like this game is, I guess, the same as every other game that I've played in or that we've all played in. If we kind of just, I guess, hone in on, I guess, what we can do on offense and not really so much what the defense is going to throw at us or what coverages they're going to run if we go out there execute just like we're doing all spring ball, all fall camp, I think that's going to take care of itself. And I think more than just me is going to have explosive players in the game for sure.
You talked about going back to Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of advice or things have you given your teammates as to what the atmosphere at night will be
Yeah.
like?
Well, playing there is crazy. It does get super, super loud for a night game. And I wasn't at NC State when we played ECU there. So I can only imagine how loud it's going to be when we do get there. But then again, it's just like focusing on us. It's just another practice. It's no different. If you treat it different, it's gonna overwhelm you and stuff. So that's kind of what I've been telling them. Just like keep your head in it, man. Like it's just another practice, just another day of work. It's all it is, just in a different setting. So.
Do you feel like you have something to prove when you play NC State, or is it just another game and you try to treat it like that?
Well, for me, I feel like I got something to prove every time I step on the field. So not just NC State. Obviously, it's a big deal. It's a big rivalry. It means a lot to the program. It means a lot to the players on the team. But yeah, every time I go out on the field, I'm trying to go turn up, regardless of who's out there or whatever team we're playing, or the best DB, the worst DB. Like it doesn't matter. I'm trying to go out there and turn up. So.
For you guys last year at this time going to the opener was like everybody's just trying to figure everything out. Do you feel like it's almost second nature this offense, you and all that?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it definitely is. Being 2 years in the offense, I feel like it comes a lot easier. I feel like we're moving a lot faster. We're a lot farther along than maybe we were at this time last year. So I feel really, really good about where me and Katin are, where Katin is with the other receivers, where the O-line is. So I feel really good.
As a unit, where do you think the biggest point of growth has been for the offense this offseason?
I would say the details. Coach Baker and my position coach, Coach Rob, has been like harping on that a lot this off season, just making sure we continue to build on the details. I mean, we know all the base plays. We've been in the offense for 2 years, so now it's how can we take that good offense to great? That's kind of what he's been harping on. So.
Talking about Coach Baker, just how more comfortable do you think he really feels going into the second year?
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot easier for all of us just because we've been in this offense, and obviously Coach Baker's been in this offense a long time. But seeing the confidence that Coach Baker has in the field, like him being comfortable with us, it gives us a sense of confidence when we go out there and play, and when we see him call plays. So I feel like him being confident feeds everybody on the team. So.
What are your emotions, man? 3 days out from kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I was just saying earlier, like we're trying to just keep our emotions, controlled. Obviously, it's a big rivalry, and everybody's like looking forward to that. But it's just, to us, we have to look at it as the first game of the season, and we can't let all the big hype, surround everything and make us do things we don't want to do. Obviously, I wasn't at the bowl game, but stuff like that happens at the bowl game. When tensions go high. So the best we can do is just go in like it's every other game, first game of the season. So looking forward to it.
You love to stop the run. I know it's most safeties like playing the pass. I'm sure you do, but you kind of get excited when there's a running quarterback. There's a chance to hit the flats sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's what you look forward to. I think just playing football, from a young age to even now, is just being able to get their quarterback out of the game is a big thing. And like, if you can get to number 2, that's the best way to win the game. I mean, that's what has to happen. That's what has to happen.
What impresses you about CJ Bailey watching?
Yeah, it's not necessarily just CJ Bailey when it comes to like watching State. I think they're very, very balanced in what they do, and they're not really great at like exactly one thing. So we can't necessarily pack the box or send people deep. You just gotta play a balanced defense, and our faith is in Coach Aldridge and the staff, and put us in the best situation as possible. But yeah, I mean, CJ is very talented, and obviously from year 1 to year 2, you're gonna see the biggest growth because that's usually where you see it. But I mean, we look forward to a challenge. Hopefully, he comes out and he's a Heisman contender, and we can just shut him down.
When you come into this year, a lot of new parts on the defense. What do you think the most important thing as far as team chemistry wise will be on Thursday?
I would say the biggest thing, team chemistry wise, is just being able to communicate and really just understand each other. Because there's going to be bad things that happen. There's going to be great things that happen. But during those bad things that happen, you got to be able to lock in and get those fixed, not within the sidelines or a timeout. You got to get it fixed within 5 seconds between each play. And if they go tempo, we got to be able to lock in, look at each other in the eyes, and like know that I have your back.
Got a chance to have plays called under both of those guys' hair.
Yeah, I mean, definitely similarities is just the intensity that they bring, and I think that you need to have that when it comes to being a defensive coach. And that's a good thing, not only just like for me being the type of guy I am, but just as a defense, you want to have that intensity and that like swagger to you. So I think that's one thing that Coach Aldridge brings that Coach Harrell has kept going with is just bringing the intensity and the swagger to you on defense.
When you put your ECU gear on Saturday or Thursday, I don't know, you're gonna throw an extra motion there, get back to the colors you feel like you kind of belong in.
Yeah, I mean, like I would lie if I didn't say that I don't feel that every practice. You know what I mean? Like just seeing the purple and gold, kind of just gets me I'm gonna get chills. You know what I mean? But any helmet is gonna be fine. It doesn't matter what helmet I have. I'm gonna go out there and play, to the best ability I have. But wearing the purple and gold just gives you an extra fire.
Do you kind of go in knowing they're probably going to have some wrinkles this game one for new OC? You just kind of hit on earlier, but they hit you with a big play. It's like, all right, they got us.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get hit with big plays almost every game. You know what I mean? Like there's gonna be some beater that they're gonna have. And with Coach Sims that they have, who was an analyst here, who now is working over there, like he knows our defense or our old defense, and how we operate as a program. So there's gonna be things that happen, but we, like I said earlier, like we just gotta be able to shake things off, get to the next play. Not everything's gonna be perfect, we know that, but being able to just be level headed throughout the whole game is gonna be great for us.
You mentioned controlling the emotions. Obviously, you got to focus on yourself, and you don't want to be too preoccupied post snap. Or you feel kind of like you have to be the moderator out there, being
Right.
the older guy on the defense if you do see something going down.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one thing that is good during practice is that we're able to like chirp back and forth to each other, but then you know I think that it's been shown that you can just lock in right after the snap, and I don't think that being the older guy that I need to really step in anymore. I think that like early in camp, it was shown that like you got to be able to lock in, or like you're not going to get the play call, or stuff like that. But I think everybody got the message. I don't think that like I need to necessarily step in at this point and take charge of every little detail what's going on right now. I think that everybody really like is buckle up their shoes and know that that's game time.
Quarterback like that, showing different looks, changing up a little bit is important. What kind of
Yeah, I mean, you really want to practice, kind of the same way, no matter what the quarterback is, and no matter what look you get. And I think that having Katin and Mike, having two of those experienced quarterbacks actually help you during practice because when both of them are in, or one or the other, it's just you guys kind of switch up your thinking when it comes to like a running quarterback or like just a true passing quarterback, and extra fitters and not having extra fitters. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but I think that we've had a ton of experience throughout practice that we've had to like get us ready.